So let's talk about the burst fire method of annealing. We want about a 1 1/4 long blue tip, which we have here. It's pretty solid blue tip. We want it to be right on the outside of the brass. That's the tip of the blue, not the very tip of the flame. We are going to use the dim light method for the annealing. We are going to go over this in a second, but just a couple things to look for. You want to look at the inside of the case mouth to turn orange or red. And when you see that, that's when you want the annealing to stop. And you can go about 1 second past. That's about as much as we recommend to keep it in a good annealing state. There is a slight range there that is okay. In the low light method, it's a little hard to see our actual burst fire system. So I'm going to go ahead and point out a couple items. The first is this is where our door is. Now remember, when we're lining this up, we want the tip of the blue flame to line up with the door. That's going to be a perfect starting point for us. A lot of people come way out here. This is not where we want to be. We want to be right here at the tip of the blue flame. And right now, all we're looking for is to see if our contact point is in the correct position. Now we are way up at the top of the mouth and the neck, so we do need to position this one further back. We're going to go ahead and take this off, and we're going to move this back just a little bit so we can try to contact on the neck and the shoulder. That is much better. You can see this flame coming around. You can see right now the neck and shoulder are being contacted, and we can start to see the mouth heating up. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take that off. Now that we have our positioning set, we're going to go ahead and grab a stopwatch, and we're going to be looking for the inside of the mouth to start turning that orange and red color. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start the timer on that. So we got about 8 seconds on that. We'll go ahead and take this off. So the next thing we want to do, now that we know that we want our flame at about 9 seconds, we're going to get the timing down for our digital speed control. Now remember, that knob is on the top. If you turn it clockwise, it is going to increase. And if you turn it counterclockwise, it is going to decrease. Now, we recommend doing at least 5 pieces of brass. I had a lot of extra ones laying around. These are 6.5 Creedmoor. So I've been running through these for my tests. But you can actually do one if you have the patience to let it cool and then do it again. That really just going to depend on you. But 5 is typically a pretty good number. And let's go ahead. We're going to turn this on. And we're going to let this rotate through. And let's see how long this time. Right now it's on 19. You can see right there. And we're going to go ahead. And I've done this a couple times, so I know I'm right around where I want to be. And we're going to start the timer. It's dropped in. So clearly this is a little too long. Remember, we're going to turn to the right. This is going to go ahead and increase it. We're going to come up, speed it up a little bit more. We're going to take it up to 24. We're going to let you see that. Nine, 6, 988. So we're right in the range we want to be, somewhere between 9.5 and 10 seconds for this 6.5 Creedmoor brass. Seems pretty good for us to see the inner mouth of the brass start to anneal. Let's go ahead. We're going to shut this off. We're going to reload it. And this time we are going to get the flame going so you guys can see this process. Let's go ahead and shut the light off so you guys can see the flame. Turn it back on. Now, some of these pieces of brass have been annealed about 20 times, so you might see a bit of different decoloration on these. That's totally okay. We're really just doing this for the timing sake for you. But really, to get the best timing for you and the system, newer brass that hasn't been annealed too much, or this is your first time annealing it, is going to get you the closest and most accurate timing. Let's go ahead and turn this on. There we go. So 9.61, and that put us at 24. I think that that's a safe spot for us to do our annealing. We'll go ahead and shut this off. Again, feel free to play around with this a little bit. Get the timing, see how your annealing is affecting your actual shooting, and then come back. Try maybe one click higher, one click lower, and just see how it performs for you. And so long as the inner mouth is turning orange and red, we know that we've annealed to a solid point to where we've recrystallized that brass. And now we can go back and size it so it'll get some of that hardness back and take it out to the range and get some solid shots in. So hopefully that was helpful. Thank you guys. We'll see you in the next video.